kind of weird because people have put, I guess, credit on my shoulders for what's happened, like a talent scout. I don't feel like that at all. I just sort of feel like I was part of a very important period of time that just kind of happened. Finn Andrews started it all. He was the one who... He's the godfather. I call him the godfather. He's the one who, I guess, was at the forefront of this little movement, if you want to call it that. He just happened to knock on my door and say, I write songs and can I please record some, I did a lot of work with Finn in the early days because I really wanted to. I just knew within 30 seconds of him opening his mouth that, hearing his voice, that he was going to be a star. It's just so obvious. You don't have to be a talent scout to realise that. I think because Finn was so good, a lot of the younger bands saw what Finn was doing, and because I just happened to have a studio, they all kind of gravitated towards there to rehearse more than anything.
In some towns, kids play soccer, and in this town, kids play rock and roll, It's just like...
It is so quotable.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just like there's a recording studio in this little town, and it's kind of weird, it's just what the kids did.
This one's still work, but there's
Yeah, it's... Oh, that's good. So we might just leave it.
How did the last chorus go, Ricky?
I have to be completely honest with you and say that that is the only thing that I haven't done on this song yet. So I'm just about to crack into piecing that one together. Anything else you want to put on?
tambourine.
Tambourines on this.
I reckon maybe just hit it on 2 and 4 in some places.
Or maybe when the solo kicks in with the rhythm section as well.
Yeah. It could almost kick in there.
Or you could have it half pace.
And then for
or
the
maybe
last chorus is a good triple.
Maybe in the breakdown, where it goes.
Sounds good, Jim.
That thing. The first part of the lead break. Something like that.
Okay, mate.
I could try that, and then do it from there on in the song. We could either cut out that first bit.
Much better.
Sounded good with the tambourine.
Yeah, that was good, man. A lot of that was really, really good.
Oh, we were about 14, and we walked in here, and went down and sat on this couch, and said, we play in this band and stuff, and we want to know how much it is to record, because we heard that Finn Andrews recorded here, and we went down and sat sort of right next to him, and he just sort of said, oh, it's $300 or something, and we went, right, all right. So we didn't think we'd do anything with them.
I had no idea they were in a band or who they were, or I don't think I'd ever seen them before. But there were 4 of them in the supermarket, and I remember seeing them at the end of the aisle, and I just thought, I actually said out loud, oh my God, they have to be a band, because they just look like cartoon characters of themselves, it was... And I actually remember going up to them and saying, you guys have to be in a band. And they went, yeah, we're in the Checks, And I didn't know who they were, but they, told me that they were playing at the Masonic, and I just thought, I've got to go and see them, And of course, the rest is history. I mean, I thought I was seeing the Faces in 1973, It was like, they were just amazing. Now, I've got to get them.
Take me there. Oh, take me there. Oh, take me there.
this. Kind oh, that was the last one, is it?
I've got to get this right because this is like a crucial part of the song, really, isn't it? The sing-along. Sorry it's taking so long, I didn't think it would. Just I stayed here until 4 o'clock in the morning, otherwise...
Yeah, it sounds cool.
I think
like
people
that, I
forgive me
reckon.
for
No, it sounds better like that, I reckon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it sounds cool like that.
Because even if it's a bit rough, the notes are there and the chordal. Yeah, that's good.
When I record bands, especially the younger bands, I just want them to be them. And that's what I'm trying to get out of them, is to try and make them feel as comfortable in a creative atmosphere as physically possible, so that they don't actually feel like they're in a studio. You tend to treat it more as a live event, you know, and you're actually trying to capture a live event rather than it being, okay, well, we'll do the drums first and then the drummer can go and we can do the bass next and we can, you know, I like to actually capture a moment in time. I always used to have a little saying that most of the demos I ever did with bands were like an oral photograph. You know, it's capturing a moment in time, and they don't have to be perfect. You know, I mean, the best recordings ever made were ones that came quickly. You know, and were just events rather than you know, a process, I guess. That's just the way I like to work. So yeah, that live stuff really helps, I think. I quite like stuff to be a bit rough around the edges too, you know. Yeah, most of the time.
Check this out.
Backing vocals were we were doing them. What was it? No, that was what I ended up with. It was. I was up there.
I reckon it should go the high one, and it should go.
That's what it does.
I don't think so, hey.
Do you reckon just the one?
Otherwise, that you end up with the end note being this note that Callum sings, because then it naturally goes up into that next chord.
It really hangs on a few key events, like finding a producer, finding a flat, finding
Producer.
and
a flat.
getting tickets,
Yeah.
finding a studio. That was number 3. So yeah, I don't know, it's more of like a key events thing as opposed to a time.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Devonport Live. The next act, Whitebirds and Lemons. Thank you.
his cousin to be ashamed. Along came Miss Polly, her eyes melancholy, her lips a tired shade of gray. And she didn't notice the long line of clothes, just waiting for the day. And who got here when we stopped to look at the rain? And who got here when we stopped to look at the rain?
We're trying to invite lots of different bands, but primarily local bands. There are just so many, and they just put their hand up and we say, okay, well, we'll squeeze you in if it's possible. We try not to say no to anybody, and so far we've just had the right amount of bands putting their hands up to the right amount of spots that we've got. Seems to work that way. It's very cool.
Got a paper bag, loving up the cheap bread.